sneak surprise attack. He has Vetra's back. He has Vetra down, and G1 secures the comeback.
Looking for some competitive high-octane Halo is being delivered right here.
One of the greatest comebacks that we've seen in Halo Infinite history.
Double kill. Triple kill.
Grand Finals is awaiting for one of these teams. FaZe versus OpTic. The Classico back at it once again. FaZe has had their way with OpTic the last couple times these teams have met up. But can OpTic finally get their revenge? The world champions look so unstoppable at Worlds, but FaZe built themselves a god roster to deal with it. Winners finals here, FaZe versus OpTic, as Trippy goes for the Rockets.
OpTic with that opening grab here on the Rockets. Gonna give them the early edge, but FaZe playing for a little bit of milk. That's not the right move, Garrett. As OpTic gets the team wipe on FaZe and possession of that first oddball. Looking at a pretty good series of potential chunk gains here. Frosty now looking to take out that C hold from Lucid, takes down their MVP player, and now looks to rotate here up to Cafe and take down Formal with this oddball.
I have to deal with Frosty first, so the stalker rifle can break through anything, and Frosty's getting aggressive towards the Cafe. OpTic Gaming stands strong on the opposite side of the map, but Formal crouches under the shot. Oh, that's an MVP effort from Formal. They keep the ball in their possession. He just wins a clean one-on-one to keep the ball towards the green wall.
And that sound you heard was thousands of players choosing their back button as the crouch button. Not sure if Formal has the paddles on there, but my goodness, what a crouch strafe to win a crucial piv as OpTic maintains that lead, but it's FaZe now scoring. Snakebite locking down that heaven location, looking to send his opponents to hell. He's got the red rifle. Shots are connecting, but after just facing a little bit of damage, Snakebite repositions here, but he's got the help from Frosty. Perfect bait and switch, great execution, and a great regate here from FaZe Clan as they're now looking to take the lead.
Renegade had to play that ball out towards Purple Stairs, and it feels like this is wasted time. Renegade finally picks it back up, but not before OpTic take all their momentum towards Hollows. Look at all these players in green pushing through. Can Renegade rotate away in time? These next couple of slays are going to determine the Rockets and probably where this ball ends up, as APG has to win the piv and Renegade falls to the respawn screen. Rockets up for the grabs. OpTic Gaming have the numbers, but not the position. C control still for FaZe. And you can see it's going to be Frosty, Snakebite, and Renegade holding down that middle lane. Try desperately not to let those Rockets get away. Snakebite able to recover the broken Rockets as Snakebite strikes back, plunging his way into the defenses of OpTic Gaming, gets the double kill, and FaZe remain the victors of the rotation.
Wow, and despite that great play there from Snakebite, he's not able to make it into C. Renegade isn't either. And just as it looked like FaZe Clan had the numbers and the positioning to get a good hold here at C, OpTic answers back. Trippy now pushing up down the left side. Renegade spawns behind him here, so a potential here for Royal 2 and Renegade to pinch Trippy here. Renegade might have to just win this piv 1v1. He does, yeah, but it's Trippy who wins that instead. 3 going down for FaZe Clan, and instead of them getting the hold here at C, Garrett, it's OpTic. But no, there's a roaming Frosty in the back of C. Just as you thought OpTic had control, it's going back in favor of FaZe Clan instead.
And he's freezing everyone. Oh no, Lucid sees the respawn screen. Frosty stabilizes the effort of FaZe. It looked lost for a moment, but this is why Frosty is going to go down as possibly the greatest Halo player by the time his career is done. He's been phenomenal throughout his entire career, and he can turn a game on its head at any moment. And when you pair him up with this guy right here, Renegade, this is a scary roster that I don't think we've seen in Halo before. I don't remember seeing a roster this star-studded. But OpTic Gaming, they have a lot of experience. They have a world championship under their belt. If anyone's going to stop this reunion, if anyone's going to stop this superstar roster, it's going to be the green wall.
20 seconds of time going to FaZe Clan there, but it's the numbers advantage now for OpTic as they earn themselves the Rockets as well. And just as FaZe was earning themselves a 20+ rolling, It's OpTic answering right back. Looking to tie it here, Garrett, at the 50-second threshold. This one's dead even at the halfway mark.
Almost waiting for the push, but the push just isn't coming. Royal 2 eventually going to feel that rocket, and Formal's just letting his teammates know, APG, Trippy, look, they're not coming from my lane. You better check your flank. The back door might be coming down as FaZe tries to get in from the back, but Trippy has a barking dog that keeps him away. The Bulldog gets the kill, and APG soaks up the time. OpTic Gaming find this lead and are starting to pull away. Some separation on this scoreboard as FaZe Clan is just trying to get the Slays to break into this ball.
FaZe there previously in a difficult spot where the map is split. Look at this, it's continuing on here. Snakebite, the only player alive here on the PD side for FaZe Clan. So regardless of the 3 down for OpTic, if FaZe isn't able to pull it together here, they're not going to be able to play that efficient Halo that we've been looking for from FaZe Clan. We've seen the Slays, we've seen the highlight reels, we've seen the overkills, the montage plays. Where's the objective efficiency as OpTic Gaming goes back up 10, but it's FaZe Clan now with the oddball.
You have to find Renegade, but Renegade not able to finish those kills, and suddenly OpTic Gaming have complete control of B. So Royal 2 is trying to rotate this ball away, but Formal's going to shut him down before he can get too far. It's up to Frosty once again. The Stalker rifle at hand, and green players all around. Lucid goes down. It's 2 for Frosty, and they're still coming. APG tries his best to survive, but that's Frosty you're dealing with. The rest of FaZe come back to sweep into OpTic's numbers. They get the kills and the ball time back in their possession.
Frosty, like clockwork from those spike stairs, earning another multi-kill. And, you know, we got the Eli ledge on midship and maybe even Aquarius. Maybe we start calling those the Frosty stairs instead of the spike stairs because Frosty has looked that good. Renegade now looking to push up in a 2v2 scenario here. Even on the scoreboard, even in Slays. This one might just go the distance. All 3 rounds on the table here as all 4 players are alive for each team. Now trade going out. Lucid looking to make that push alongside Trippy on the right side, but no, he goes down. Now all of that pressure is going to come from the left. Formal's here by himself. Last player alive. Lucid going down, and Frosty and friends looking to put the finishing touches here on a potential round 1 win.
See, it's Formal just standing on the stairs trying to get through, but it's a sharpshooter, Frosty, that shuts it down. And now time's ticking away. There's only 8 more seconds. Lucid tries to barge in, but Frosty has the Bulldog, but it's not enough. It's all bark, no bite. Snakebite goes down, 99 points. But OpTic Gaming have broke their way through. A perfect hold is needed to come back. But the green wall have all the numbers. They have the position. They have the chance to complete this comeback.
The green wall with plenty of time left and not much time left needed to squeak out a narrow 199 victory. But just like that, Renegade steals the ball, and this round FaZe up 1.
They've rotated too far, play it too early. That's the problem. When they're at 99 points, you have to play flawless. There's no opportunity just to play the ball. Renegade said, hey, you're going to give me my free second. I'll take it. And FaZe Clan takes the first game. The last 2 times these teams have met, it's been in the grand finals. The first best of 5 and the second. OpTic Gaming have only won the Slayers. They have yet to beat FaZe in an objective game the last 6 times, and well, it's looking to be more of the same. FaZe is dominating the kill feed. APG last alive, and Renegade still has 2 rockets to work with. APG sees the respawn screen. It's disaster for OpTic Gaming. The green wall is crumbling in game 1.
Everything going in favor here at the start for FaZe Clan. We see those rockets depleted as they deplete 2 from OpTic Gaming. Red gun in the hands of Royal 2, I believe. And my goodness, Garrett, when you have Frosty with the red gun popping off like he is here in this game, but you still have the confidence in Royal 2 to take that weapon, it just goes to show how good FaZe Clan is. But just as I say that, OpTic finding their form there on the cafe side, pushing up into C, regaining control of C for now, and that oddball, but is a little early. I sense that they need some slays here. Now they're going for it. Renegade goes down. Frosty, he needs to go down too, and if you don't take him down, this could very well trip up into FaZe's favor. But just like that, nice rotation from OpTic Gaming, rotating it here, getting a nice play ball out. FaZe is going to grab this oddball potentially, but no, they're not. So absolutely incredible rotation here because of it. This oddball's right out here in no man's land.
Yeah, OpTic made a great rotation, but Royal 2 had a better kill. He stopped APG from fully getting around that corner, and that allowed FaZe to come back, get the slays, and get this ball. We could see OpTic Gaming having 30-35 seconds right now if APG didn't get taken down by the Royal 2 rings. The man has been phenomenal throughout the last couple tournaments. Royal 2 averaging 500 more damage than just about anyone else, and well, I think we just saw maybe a team having a little bit of a crash. Oh, it's so unfortunate. That was a banger of a way to start a series, though, Mikowski. The way OpTic Gaming were able to break that final hill was incredible, but they just weren't able to stave off the rushing FaZe players. Renegade caught that ball round one, but I mean, we are going to be in a treat in our winners final.
Yeah, let's recap the action. At the 30-second threshold, both teams even. Then the 50-second threshold, both teams even. Then it was FaZe breaking away, got to that 99 mark, and then OpTic got a team wipe, had an opportunity to maybe steal the round away, but ultimately it was Renegade pushing up, knowing that he only needed 1 second, literally stole the ball from right underneath APG and Trippy, got that final second, got the round win for FaZe. As we start to take a look over some of these highlights.
Yeah, look at this guy in particular. Frosty was an absolute terror to deal with in round one. We looked at the damage after the game, and Frosty was head and shoulders above everyone else. 6,000 damage in a round and a half of Oddball. That's 1,500 more than the next person. The man was just on an absolute terror throughout this game, and it was the stalker rifle that really put in most of the work. As we see Formal feeling the pressure of this stalker rifle. Lucid goes down. Frosty was so efficient on this map.
And look at that last play. It was the last player alive play, no less. Frosty, the only hope for FaZe Clan, and that really spurred them here as we see another double kill, perfect shots. I think we might as well call it the Frosty Stairs. If he's going to pop off like this every time we're here on streets with that red rifle, it's no wonder why we might see a name change for that call out. But my goodness, there's the heads up play there from Renegade that stole the round away. Switching gears here into this round two, and OpTic was not able to find the answer. They started off really slow. FaZe carrying the momentum and energy they had from round one into round two. And I believe we'll have a reset here. Not sure what the ruling is going to be or what the time looks like, but nonetheless, Garrett, FaZe is going to be up one.
We'll have to wait for the official ruling. We're back in FaZe, and OpTic are playing. When we get that update, we'll let you guys know. But one thing was clear, OpTic Gaming were struggling in that round two. Now, the colors are going to be a little bit swapped, remember, because this is Oddball. The teams have to swap sides. So right now, OpTic Gaming is your red team. FaZe is your green team. We'll see if we can get that swapped. If not, just keep it in mind. It will be fixed for game two.
Royal 2 again carrying the mantle with that red rifle. Saw Frosty pop off it with it in round one. Royal 2 though, no slouch. Ultimately goes down there. Formal, no slouch. What a heavyweight series we have here. I think you called it the Classico, right, Garrett? FaZe Clan and OpTic Gaming, really the modern esports orgs that are the reason why we're all here today.
And I love to see this get reignited, right? It's been a moment since I feel like we've seen a good FaZe OpTic rivalry in Halo, and well, this one is going to be about as burn as bright as you could possibly imagine. These two teams, not only are they so close in skill level, but they don't really have popular feelings for each other. It's not uncommon to see the bags come in, to see the players get a little bit miffed with each other. I love that this is truly going to be one of the best rivalries that we'll see in Halo's history.
Taking a look here at Trippy, as I believe OpTic does have that 18. Okay, yeah, 18-19, rolling 20 here. So a great regain and a great response after it looked like all FaZe Clan at the opening start of that round two. Two going down now for FaZe Clan. A chance here for OpTic Gaming now to put some time on the board.
Lucid puts the shots down to Renegade. He's going to be able to get that kill, but OpTic Gaming have to find a way towards FaZe. Royal 2 is just going to soak up as much of this time as possible, and well, a free rocket is down at the top of the window, and Renegade's almost there to clean it back up. APG shuts him down just before that rocket gets away, but the kills are heading towards FaZe's favor. as we're going to see those rockets go in the hands of Snakebite. He wasn't able to do much with them, but the time just keeps ticking in favor of this FaZe roster.
Trippy able to collect those rockets. Fires a long shot there at Royal 2. That one's not going to connect as he looks to rotate this Oddball here. Maybe rotates it back. No, walks right into the waiting hands of Trippy. That's a free kill for him. Royal 2 almost so close that Trippy would have gotten traded out. Ultimately, the low shield does lead to a trade out here. Snakebite looking to make sure that this stays a +1 scenario by maintaining his life.
Yeah, OpTic has just been chasing the tail of FaZe this entire round. I'm surprised they have 21 points, if I'm going to be honest, with how this one has gone. And Formal looks to change the pace. He has the stalker rifle, and he's about as accurate as you can get. 2 for him and a 3rd as an assist. Snakebite able to clean it up, but he's last alive. No teammates to help him push forward. Finally, some much-needed time on the side of OpTic Gaming.
Big takedown, though, right there from Snakebite when you consider it's not a clean wipe for OpTic, and that red gun rotates into the hands of Snakebite once again. FaZe looking to push up here. Has the edge on OpTic Gaming, looking to maintain it with the use of some power weapons. Royal 2 takes down his opponent with that shotgun. Frosty now going down. Even gunfight here. Snakebite now looking to sneak in down the left, but he's got 2 players for OpTic in his face. But the grenade and the stalker combination are good for 2.
Snakebite goes down. Lucid trying his best, but you're seeing FaZe start to pull away once again. Look how far away that OpTic Gaming roster is. They can't even get to those rockets without having to go through the stalker rifle of Frosty, who absolutely terrorized them just a moment before. But Formal able to get it for relatively free, and it's a free rocket into the back of Trippy. Oh no, Formal, he's gonna regret that one tonight.
OpTic looking a little out of sorts here in the grand finals. They look like they came to play throughout this day, but maybe the break in between matches has cooled them off a little bit, as we saw right before that reset, Garrett. I don't know if you caught that. Formal throwing a grenade into the back of one of his teammates. Now it's a rocket instead, as Royal 2 popping off with a perfect 4 shots. It's a triple kill and a win for FaZe Clan.
And that's gonna do it. We're gonna end this one. Sorry for the confusion, guys. When you replay Oddball, sometimes things can get mixed up. We will have the right team colors in game 2. I promise you that. I mean, FaZe looking the same as they looked in the grand finals from just the last tournament. They've been dominating OpTic Gaming thus far, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon in the objective. We truly need to see something change with OpTic. We need to see them just step up to the slays. I think that really is the big difference. So far, Frosty and Renegade have proven to be a potent duo with each other, constantly battling to see who's the top on the leaderboard. And OpTic Gaming, I want to see Formal and Lucid have that same dynamic, right? Have both of these players going blow for blow, trying to put as much of those slays as possible, because you're not going to be able to beat this FaZe roster if you can't outslay them.
Yeah, FaZe with such a strong slaying team that they could play inefficient Halo and still win a lot of these games, which I penned the question earlier. What happens when FaZe figures out the objective efficiency? Even without that, still winning 2-0 in game 1 over OpTic. A lot of rockets for OpTic Gaming. They just weren't able to really maximize those. We saw the stalker rifle entirely in the hands of Royal 2, of Snakebite, of Frosty. Never really saw anybody for OpTic Gaming making plays with that red rifle. Formal momentarily at back PD, but it just wasn't enough, as FaZe Clan look really strong here to start this winners finals.
Now, OpTic Gaming, remember the last couple of times these guys met, it was 3-1s in favor of FaZe. The one game that OpTic was able to get, Slayer. So expect to see OpTic Gaming have an emphatic response this time. They are a very strong Slayer team. We're joining in 4 to 5. Lucid and the crew trying to get the job done. And, well, history often repeats itself. I have a feeling we're going to be 1-1 going into game 3.
These teams so evenly matched. You have to expect a game 5. You have to expect that we'll find these two teams in a lot of winners and grand finals. Two of the best that the HCS has to offer here. One of the greatest of all time in APG. started competing at the age of 11, maybe 12. He was just a little kid going up against the likes of the Ogre Twins, Walshy, T-Squared, and he could hold his own. Now holding a world championship trophy and that heat wave in his hands, putting it to good use. Taking down one, looking for two, but instead he's going to send Formal to clean that one up.
Snakebite trying his best to stay alive at P1. APG's waiting for him to wrap that corner, but he's never going to be able to find that finish, and now he gets pushed down. The stray nade is going to find the kill. FaZe struggling on picking up these OpTic Gaming members, and then just a frustrating fight for FaZe. They just can't seem to get anything in the kill feed.
And this is good. This is good for OpTic. This is a really good sign because usually FaZe dominates these Slayers, but once they go down, the snowball rolls the other way, Garrett. As it's now a 3-kill differential. APG going down. Trippy really locking down that P side. OpTic Formal on the other side of Car. High ground in control, but no, OpTic Formal dropped. Snakebite took that positioning instead and took down Trippy because of it. But despite that, it's still a 4-kill game.
Taking some heavy damages. The shock nade's gonna be too much for him to survive. A tough spot for him, but Formal can make up for it. This camo play has the potential to put the separation needed for OpTic Gaming to start running away. But unfortunately, his team just can't stay alive. Formal's camo is going to run out soon, and he has no nades to take care of Snakebite. He's going to have to wait for the right moment. He gets the first bunch, he gets the second kill. Great job by Formal to get 2 out of his life right there, and the rest of his team needs to follow up with this play. But oh no, Renegade just ended Trippy's life. They need to clean it up. Lucid's there to pick up the scraps, but it's already spoiled. The rest of OpTic Gaming gonna have a tough time to recover. FaZe are able to stop the push because of Trippy's mistake.
Huge win condition trade there for Formal earlier because of it being a 1v2. Great melee trade for the second. And when you look at the score, also a win condition because he traded out. But just as I say that, FaZe Clan are creeping back in this one, now only down 1.
Renegade instantly on top of those thrusts, and those thrusts, they make a big difference in this game. OpTic Gaming had such a strong start, but suddenly FaZe have a lot more freedom on the map, and they have on Renegade with a thrust and heat wave, and Trippy gets his revenge. Oh no, Renegade sees the respawn screen. Oh my god, what a redemption arc for Trippy, starting to put that separation in once again.
Trippy strong siding his way out of there, maintaining his life. Looking to put together a strong performance here in game 2 to bring OpTic back in this one. We saw a wonderful game 1 from FaZe Clan. Really points of contention in round 1, but it was all FaZe in round 2. All OpTic
These two
here.
are fighting each other. Do you see this, Mikowski? Renegade versus Trippy all over this map. And this time, Renegade able to get the kill, and it leads to 2 more. 3 go down for OpTic, and now FaZe starting to surge forward. Look at OpTic Gaming trapped over in this base. If one player goes down too early, see this red player start to surge forward.
And we saw Renegade go down earlier with this heat wave, but look at this. He's got it right back. It's a big reason why this one is now tied going into the 30s. And you know what they say about Team Slayer, Garrett? This game doesn't really begin until we reach the 30s. 1 kill, narrow edge here for OpTic Gaming, as Renegade looks to spoil the plans with that heat wave. Got a big wide flank coming on here. All of the attention on Frosty over at top pink because of it. It's going to open up an opportunity here for Renegade to push up and flank, but no. He's working his way back to Royal 2. He needs help now. Formal now putting shots on Renegade. Renegade, a moot point right now with that heat wave, Garrett.
Yeah, a very interesting play from both FaZe and OpTic, right? FaZe, they're so confident in Renegade right now. He's double positive at 15 and 7. They say, go on an island. We're going to try to flush them out towards you, and you find the collapse. OpTic Gaming didn't fall for the bait. They stood strong at the P tower, made sure they're flying with each other. And because they didn't push forward, Renegade was essentially out of that fight, allowing OpTic Gaming to really take on a 4v3, get their kills in, and prevent FaZe from getting any more separation on that kill feed. And now suddenly, I think this is going down to a 50-49 finish. I think we might be seeing Trippy. That's unfortunate. Something about these two teams and crashes. It goes hand in hand. I have a feeling we're going to see probably a full reset on this game too.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to shake that one out. Last I looked, right before Trippy started to walk continuously into the edge of Earth there. The edge of Aquarius in this case. It was 35 all. Curious to see what the ruling is going to be from FaZe It, but yeah, this is tough here. This is tough. Two resets, 2 reconnects. This is where you really need a good coach, strong leadership to keep everyone's head in the game. It can be very easy to get checked out when some of the things outside of your control start going against you.
Yeah, but really that was the story of Renegade versus Trippy. Throughout that game, multiple times we saw these guys in crucial 1v1s. And I think that game could completely run away from OpTic if Renegade had gotten that heatwave kill on Trippy. Trippy able to get that kill. It stops them from pioneering forward, but they have to find more solutions to Renegade. You can't trust on Renegade missing shots too often. It happened. They got the kill, but they need to stop him more than just once. 15 and 7 throughout that first start. And oh man, Renegade he's on a mission. I mean, this duo of Renegade and Frosty, it's scary to watch, and I can't enjoy any more of it. You know what I'm saying? It is beautiful to witness these two play Halo together.
Yeah, and despite the fact that OpTic comes into this tournament with the same team of 4, I really don't think that's a deficiency here for FaZe Clan when you look at the fact that they only changed 1 player on the roster, and it was Renegade, or likely in many cases the runner-up MVP. The MVP on the other side of this match, Lucid. So when you had a team, you had a guy like Renegade to the mix, and you let Frosty move around the map a little bit more freely. You let Frosty be Frosty. This FaZe Clan looks tough to beat, but if anybody can do it, Garrett, it's the defending world champs in OpTic.
We're looking for the exact ruling. We're getting it through right now. So it's going to be from the lag. From what I understand, the reset isn't going to be a full reset. It's going to be from the score. I believe it was 35 all when the crash happened. So it should be first to 15. I want to make sure that's exactly what it is. So that's what I think it is right now. We'll get through in this second game. FaZe, they had a lot of momentum before Trippy had that crash, and well, it doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon. 2 go down instantly for the side of OpTic. Trippy makes it 3, and OpTic Gaming is floundering on the start of this game.
Hot starts so important against good teams, and even more so when you look at the reset. Likely sending this one to a 15-point total so we can reach a cumulative 50. FaZe Clan maintaining that early edge here, and they don't have to maintain it for long if that is in fact the case. World 2 with that camo pushing up, but look at that, Trippy shooting at one of World 2's teammates behind him. Takes a shot on World 2, but it's not going to lead to a death for him, and he's going to do a great job here maintaining some of that camo, but he doesn't have very much time left with it. In fact, it depletes entirely, and just as that happens, OpTic comes right back.
Yeah, Lucid able to find that answer. 3 for him. He's single-handedly holding his team right now. APG finally finds an answer. Royal 2 gonna have to back down. Trippy able to survive, and Formal comes in for the help, and Formal's trying to break the door down. They were able to work together, and now the collapse is in. APG, oh no, Frosty gets 2, somehow gets out of that sticky situation, but the lead has changed. OpTic Gaming now have the power-up control and the lead in the Slayer.
Trippy carrying on from that performance we saw before the reset, now has a heat wave to work with. Trippy also on the right, look at that, on the other side, he's the only one here on this car side. Looks like the rest of OpTic on P. Snakebite and Royal 2, so they have a little bit of a numbers edge here. Let's see if Trippy can win this 1v2. No.
Ooh, tough spot. See FaZe able to find those kills, and now Lucid, he's like, where do I go? There's players all around me. He finds the one-on-one. He wins the one-on-one. No one from FaZe able to find the finish on Lucid, and although he's in the open air right in the middle of the base, no one finds the kill, and he's gonna punish you every single day. Another one goes down, and OpTic take a commanding lead.
Lucid stays in that gunfight because he knows he has support coming in from Trippy. Great communication and coordination there from OpTic Gaming as the comms lead to the Slays, up 14-9 here. This could potentially be the final blow. Let's see how these players react to it. It looks like they're going to play this one out, Garrett, so we might just
like it's
have a full reset.
So these players have agreed to a full reset. So far, OpTic Gaming have had a strong response to them losing in that open. And oh my God, it's a drive-by from Lucid, able to get him before he gets around that corner, and the rest of OpTic start to find these players. This is insane from Lucid. What a response from the MVP.
Renegade, 15-7 before the reset. After the reset, he's lost full 1-6. And if you're FaZe Clan, you're going to need Renegade to look a lot more like he did before the reset if you want to prevent OpTic Gaming from tying this series up at 1. Formal standing still in an effort to dodge those stickies, almost looking a little unpredictable there, as he won't go down to the potential trade stick and continues on with his life. Teammates spawning with him over at these Dynamos, and now OpTic has a little bit to work with.
Frosty's stuck in that fridge, and well, OpTic's trying to spoil his fun. As Frosty goes down, the shock grenades get the kill, and Snakebite has to retreat, but can he get far enough? No. Formal's on the hunt, and OpTic Gaming are surging forward. There is nothing that can stop these guys as APG finds another victim at the back of the base. It's been a full spawn cycle of FaZe just desperately trying to find control.
Speaking of control of that camo going into the favor of OpTic Gaming. Lucid just barely able to sneak out with it, and now just simply posing the question on the map for FaZe Clan, where is Lucid with that heat wave? Is enough? Maybe not. Unbelievable comms, the unbelievable call out there, somehow able to spot Lucid bottom mid with that camo and heat wave. Had he popped off with it, this one could be all but over, but instead FaZe Clan keeping it somewhat close within 10. We know what their slaying prowess, they could come back here, but it's looking really strong here for OpTic so far.
Well, too able to find another pick, and this game not over yet, right? You can't get too complacent even after a hot start, especially with this FaZe roster. The second they find a moment of weakness, they are going to exploit it. Lucid tries to surge forward of APG. Snakebite's hiding in the back, though. Lucid finds the first. Snakebite can't find him at all. APG cuts him down with the commando. Renegade almost up next. Renegade sees the respawn screen. APG gets the double.
And on the heels of that double kill, OpTic Gaming maintaining that strong 10-kill lead here. Almost 3 team wipes, 3 possessions separating these two teams. APG grabbing that fresh heat wave. This is good, or this is huge. This is big for FaZe. They need to stay alive with that heat wave. Camo coming up in 15 seconds. That combination could potentially spur a comeback, but right now, Garrett, it's looking like all OpTic.
Yeah, and the runway, it's running short for FaZe. They don't have much room to get air to take off. And Royal 2, he's trapped. They know he's at P2. And as long as that heat wave's out of the fight, OpTic's going to be comfortable. APG finds another. APG has been on a terror. And Lucid's trying to keep these guys trapped at P. FaZe is struggling to push forward. And Lucid is putting pressure on the wound. 2 for him. And there's more to find. Snakebite hides away. Lucid gets the camouflage. And Snakebite trying to slither on out. But there's nowhere for him to go. APG and Lucid combined for 29. These two are wrecking FaZe Clan.
APG, he's known as the glue for OpTic Gaming. They don't necessarily expect him in that role to pop off and lead the team in slays, but here he is toe-to-toe with Lucid, the MVP. 16 and 14 respectively for these two all-star players as APG ultimately goes down. There's that heat wave again for FaZe, but I haven't really ever seen them do much with it here. As FaZe now looking as much out of sorts as they made OpTic look in game 1.
Trippy's lurking underneath. He's looking for a free backsmack. Frosty's not going to give you anything for free. And you can see Frosty's on an island. His teammates all separated, and he's trying to play catch up. He doesn't want to be by himself, but this green wall been so strong throughout this game, down by a massive deficit, but never out. FaZe can turn it up at any moment. They're starting to find kills, but OpTic Gaming, you're starting to see the pace slow down for them a bit. As long as they have each other's help, as long as they can get the trades, they're gonna be fine, but none of these kills are getting traded out. Suddenly, it's a massive surge for FaZe, able to find 4 unanswered kills. Now just down 10 kills, but OpTic Gaming, it's gonna take a lot for them to choke this game away. And right that might be a lot right there. That might be a lot right there. Frosty gets 3.
Oh my God, Frosty, just when FaZe Clan needed this to come back. They're down now, only 2 team wipes. APG with a huge kill, though. Every single one of these kills is going to inch OpTic closer and closer to a Game 2 victory, but they're going to have to work for it.
Trippy gets them 1 step closer. FaZe are red hot. And Frosty is leading that charge. Forward needs to win this fight. The sticky not going to connect. The help from APG. He's been crucial to their success thus far. At 17 kills, Lucid finds 49. It's a dagger that comes through. Nothing can stop the push as APG cements the finish. 50 to 43. It was scary for a moment, but Lucid and APG are too strong. OpTic Gaming survived the comeback.
And we saw that previous game reset at a total cumulative score of 35. Lucid and APG putting up 35 collectively at the reset. Unbelievable performance. Putting up nearly 66% of their team slaying there. And I got a wild question for you, Garrett. What's FaZe going to look like in these close games? I think this one got close towards the end, but it wasn't close enough by the final score standing to look at it and say that was a close one. FaZe either win by 10 plus or they lose by 10 plus. What's going to happen on LAN when it comes down to the wire? It's 46-47. What's FaZe going to look like then? For now, we're left to ponder that question. FaZe left to ponder how to bounce back here and take game 3 from OpTic.
Yeah, FaZe, that's their biggest weakness, right? When they go down big. We see a lot of separation in between the 2 scores when they lose. But on the other side, right, as long as they're within that game, at any moment they can turn it on. They can flip the switch. And that's what we saw at the end of this game. We saw Frosty lead the way, get that crazy triple kill, keep OpTic Gaming under pressure. And we saw OpTic Gaming look a little shaky for a second, but because that groundwork, that foundation that they built upon in the beginning of that game, they were able to finish off and not let the comeback happen. And it's right here. This is what changed the game for me. This is where you have no point of recovery. It's when APG just absolutely dismantles Renegade at PT. You can't let fights like that get away from you, and they just never are quite able to get back into the running after that moment. Lucid was too strong. APG was doing his thing. It looked scary right here. You're thinking to yourself, well, maybe something can happen. But at 45 kills, it was just too much for FaZe to overcome.
And I got to know what Lunchbox told his players in between those resets. Because he put the book on Renegade at him. 15-7 during the reset. Just about a mere flip image in game 2 ultimately. So Renegade looking to pull himself up on his bootstraps here as we head to a live fire King of the Hill. And Garrett, I'm expecting plenty of big plays with that heat wave, that sniper rifle. And don't forget control of the overshield. I love the strategical question that this map game type poses here off rip. Do you go for that hill? Do you play for the delayed overshield? A lot to be discussed here between these two teams and coaches as we head into a game 3.
King of the Hill, that's what OpTic Gaming won their world championship on. Remember, it was that King of the Hill where they thought they had won. They all got up, they were cheering, and then they had to get back on their setup. They got another wipe, and well, you know, that got them what, a couple $100,000 each. Insane win from them, and well, I think they're comfortable on this map, right? The problem is FaZe has just had their number the last couple times that they played, and it's been on the objectives. The last 2 grand final resets, we saw 3-1s. FaZe winning every objective game. OpTic only able to take the Slayers. I'm pretty sure they took the Slayer 50-43. I have a feeling this is history repeated. I'm going back to search Mikowski because I'm pretty sure the Slayers that they won were also like 50-43. OpTic Gaming, they need to be able to change history in these Slayers. In these objectives, and it's been hard for them.
OpTic, the 2 seed, you got to imagine they're just based on pride alone. You got to be a little upset about that. Not necessarily upset, but you got to figure you got to do whatever it takes to make sure that the community understands that this is still the best team in the world. Got to, like I said, got to feel a little weird to be the world champ. And then before the next season even starts, you're already number 2. So OpTic, maybe that's a benefit, right? Sometimes you get a little Super Bowl hangover, right? A little World Championship hangover. This is sure to wake up OpTic Gaming, knowing that they have a formidable foe in FaZe Clan, which might be the best roster we've ever seen assembled, at least here in Halo Infinite.
The last 2 times these teams have played King of the Hill, 3-2 victory for FaZe. OpTic Gaming has kept it close, but they haven't been able to get across that finish line. That needs to change this time, but you've given Renegade the sniper, and Renegade can make you pay. Lucid hunts it down. He says, that's mine, though. Takes it right back in FaZe while they all see the respawn screen. OpTic Gaming with a flawless start as Overshield looks to be theirs.
OpTic with a chance to earn themselves Overshield, sniper, and control of this first hill. It's a trifecta for them here in an ever-important swing game 3. Royal 2 has that plasma pistol ready for Trippy. Trippy gonna try to avoid that plasma pistol as the bait goes down. They think Lucid has it, but no, it's Trippy on the other side of the map causing chaos. Just like that, Lucid though going down with that sniper rifle, and now Frosty with a chance to pop off with it as 3 go down for OpTic.
Royal 2 getting 2. And now OpTic Gaming, although that start was flawless, they weren't really able to get that much time off, and you've given Frosty the sniper back. 4 shots to work with. Lucid wraps the corner right when Frosty looks away. His teammates coming down from under the pillars. But Frosty, seeing his teammates see the respawn screen, gets APG with the stray nade. They're going to have to give up this hill for now. Frosty looking to reapproach, but OpTic Gaming have their stronghold controlled. They're able to lock up the doors. It's going to be tough for FaZe to break through.
Frosty maintaining positioning with that sniper here over at the nest, acting as an anchor for FaZe Clan, but he goes down. And the green light goes on for the green wall. Lucid with that heat wave pushing up, taking down 3. Snakebite, the last player alive, does a great job there, earning himself a kill as the last player alive, but he ultimately goes down. 3 going down for each squad. This one's just going to be a full reset, but don't look now, OpTic still maintaining control of that hill.
Frosty getting in the face of OpTic, was able to secure that overshield for Renegade. Renegade's looking for a ghost that just doesn't exist. Casper's not there. You got to move on as that hill looking closer and closer to going in OpTic's possession. Does the time that Renegade spent away cost him this hill is the question. Renegade gets one with the nade, gets him out of hill. APG the next target. APG on the respawn screen. Lucid and Trippy, though, they're able to secure that hill. And you have to maybe think to yourself, was Renegade taking all that extra time, wasting resources by that AR window, costing them the chance at stealing away that first hill, and OpTic Gaming winning the rotation as well? FaZe in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely not worth it, Garrett. Renegade making that wide flank. So that wide flank, it takes you out of the mix for a couple seconds, and sometimes all these teams need is a millisecond to take advantage. Renegade with the double kill as well, but it wasn't enough there as OpTic sneak away with that first kill. Now Royal 2 making sure 3 go down, looking for all 4. Trippy gonna elect to just stay alive here at A as OpTic looks to reset over on that side, and now FaZe start the scoring.
It's scary when you see Royal 2 start to slow down with the sniper, the reticle creep its way towards your head. Lucky OpTic was able to survive. Now when APG goes down, the heat wave not enough. You've given both the power weapons to Royal 2. And Foremost says, I'll take the T-squared combo, bring him back over to me. He's going to go and look for more. And OpTic Gaming, I mean, they finally get FaZe out of their power position, but there's no one to follow up on the hill, right? It's still a fight for control. Although these kills are going in favor of OpTic Gaming, it's not resulting in any objective efficiency.
Formal with that heat wave. Now setting his sights on the overshield, which will be up here soon. Huge flank there. Royal 2 knowing that Formal's focus was on the overshield. Perfectly timed flanked as he gets the back of Formal, and FaZe looking to get back in this game, regaining the lead on this particular hill. Needing a full one, though, to tie this one up.
Overshield's in Renegade's hands, and Overshield is
Double
going to
kill.
give him a triple opportunity. Formal
Triple
gets
kill.
down the damage, but
Killing
not before the
spree.
triple kill's in. I'd say that's probably a win for Formal. You give him the multi-kill, but you're able to take down the overshielded player. The problem is Overshield's gone, and now
kill.
Royal 2 has the sniper. He's able to knock down 2, and while his backup plan a heat wave in his hands, there's nothing OpTic can push to push forward. Royal 2 secures the hill. OpTic Gaming has won the rotation, but nothing safe if Royal 2 has that heat wave.
FaZe Clan bouncing back here with a strong second hill. Fortunate though for OpTic Gaming, all dying on that C side of the map, flipping on spawn over to A. That's exactly where the hill finds itself, and a big reason why OpTic able to put the first quarter mark on this hill. Royal 2 looking to change all of that, still maintaining that heat wave possession. Doesn't have a sniper rifle to work with, but maybe this is the kind of combination Royal 2 prefers. Pushing up, continuing on with that heat wave. Has the back of Trippy, but one of these players for OpTic looks like Lucid has the back, and now the life of Royal 2.
Double kill.
Yeah, you know, it wasn't pretty from Royal 2 over there, but that nade did get damage on both those players and allowed Renegade to get the double kill, and now we're just seeing a fight for hill control. Renegade has 2 players ahead of him, but he has the power weapon and the nades from Royal 2. This duo of Renegade and Royal 2 has been dismantling OpTic on this rotation, and Renegade finally out of the heat wave shots, but not out of life yet. Able to take down Lucid with the BR switch, and now FaZe have won the spawns, and Frosty's ready on the overshield. Pops it right away as he gets into the face of OpTic Gaming.
Ooh, perfectly timed
Double kill.
overshield pop there from Frosty. And he's gonna earn himself no. That sniper not gonna go into his hands. Instead, though, it's his teammate Renegade able to pick up the sniper instead. FaZe about to pick up their second hill here as well, despite the fact that OpTic got the early lead on that second hill. It's FaZe Clan instead with the 2-1 lead.
Renegade patient, finds Lucid. APG wants to take care of him. Renegade's position so important right here, and APG goes down. Renegade jumps up, scoped in, puts the shots into the dome of APG, wins the spawn for his team, and now Renegade gets forward. I love this transition. He gives up the anchor spawn for his teammate. He wants the sniper to be in the action, and this is why APG sees the respawn. Trippy, you're up next. Renegade's coming for you.
Oh, the discipline, the patience, the experience from Renegade. The double kill now as he slides forward, has a look at a potential overkill. No, both Lucid and APG able to escape with their life, but not for long. Lucid going down. Trippy might get it too, but Renegade with a blunder falls off the map.
Oh, I mean, how can you make a highlight so good and fail so bad at the end? Renegade was going on an absolute streak at the back of tower, was able to find so many, and then waste his sniper. Look at this, Royal 2. They didn't see him. Snake in the grass. He's behind 2. Lucid didn't expect the thing. Trippy, he sends the nade back. It's just enough to stop disaster. Frosty's there to get the cleanup, but he's last alive. The hill's captured, though. And every time FaZe has been able to get 3 hills on OpTic Gaming, it's resulted in a win. OpTic Gaming need to change history.
Perfect.
3-1 here for FaZe Clan as they have looked really strong in these last 2 hills. Just like that. Royal 2 with the perfect shots, avoiding the remote detonation with just a lick of health left as he ultimately goes down. A little bit of a numbers edge here, a little bit of a cycle opportunity, but Lucid goes down. You have to think he didn't want to clamber there. Getting stuck in that animation and now getting stuck in the respawn screen. Renegade. We're seeing more of that pre-reset Renegade on Aqua game 2. Unbelievable.
Renegade's on a massive flank right here. Do they know about his position? He's been able to get towards this nest. Lucid is working down underneath, but Renegade's finally come through fruition, but Formal shoots him down. And now he's looking for gets Snakebite as well. A huge play from Formal. It could have been a massive flank, and Formal almost gets 3. Frosty's able to finally shut him down, but that could have been disaster if Renegade was able to complete that flank. And it was thanks to Formal that they were able to hold them off for now, but FaZe, they've won control of the spawns once again. They're close towards this hill. Royal 2 getting back towards his teammates. It's Trippy that's laying behind everyone. And it's Renegade who's going for a long flank with this sniper rifle.
Yeah, Renegade with most of the power weapon control this game. Sniper rifle in his hands right now, putting it to good use. Doesn't land the no scope. Yes, he does!
Kill.
The bait and switch. Jukes right, steps back left, takes down Lucid, and now FaZe looking really strong here. My goodness, just as OpTic was putting a 75% on this hill, FaZe are just gonna play time. Look at this. Nobody stepping in the hill. 30 seconds left on the clock. A two-hill lead here for FaZe means all they have to do is slay out.
Yeah, there's just nothing OpTic can do. There's no reason for FaZe to put a toe in that hill. Formal trying his best to capture, but even if OpTic captures this hill, they have to win the rotation, and then they don't have a lot of time to work with to get themselves to 3 points, and Renegade just shuts them down once again, staring at the limpless body of Lucid as the opportunity of OpTic's key the hill slowly starts to crawl away. They all spawn at B. Renegade's looking for the push. If they come around a corner, you have to know his sniper's ready. 1 second, no opportunity. OpTic fall 3-1, and Renegade decimates the competition. 26 kills and only 14 deaths. What he was able to do on those flanks, what he was able to do with those power weapons, completely shut OpTic Gaming's momentum.
Renegade answering the question, will we see a bounce back from game 2 and game 3? Absolutely. And now, Garrett, we're left to ask, will Lucid bounce back? Lucid.
Oh, this is so smart. No, look at this. Look at this. Lucid.
Oh, yeah.
Just needs to get into the face of him, but Renegade goes to that corner to force Lucid into a specific push, right? The second he gets behind this pillar. Yeah, the second he gets behind this pillar, Renegade just knows the only way you're getting to me is right here. Perfect reticle placement. Perfect kill. Double for him, and after that it was over for OpTic Gaming. There's just nothing they can do to recover.
Yeah, and a big reason why Lucid didn't have the game we usually see from him here on Livefire is because it was Renegade and sometimes Royal 2 and Snakebite with that heat wave. Surprised we didn't see Frosty at all with either of those, but a guy like that doesn't need any power weapons to have a powerful performance. It is now OpTic back against the wall here, looking to make that grand finals from the winner's side. We saw FaZe reset in the previous tournament. If they go all the way to the grand finals from that winner's side, is OpTic able to potentially reset, or is G1, is SSG able to reset a FaZe clan? I don't know, but we're gonna find out here soon enough who's gonna win game 4 and potentially find themselves in that grand final.
Last time these teams played, it was 3-1 in both best of 5s. I have a feeling we could be seeing the same thing. Argyle, the newest map around, it's going to be a learning process for a lot of these teams to get proficient on this map. Dual snipers is something new to Halo Infinite, but Royal 2 is going to be the player that picks it up for FaZe. Lucid for OpTic, who wins the sniper battle.
Lucid taking that first pop shot, but it's Royal 2 instead landing it, but Lucid with the answer and the regain back. Wow, just as it looked like Royal 2 was ready to take him down. He goes down, and now Lucid does as well. Snakebite here with Camo. All 3 of his teammates going down here, so his goal here, Garrett, is just going to be to stay alive, be a thorn in the rose here on Valentine's Day for OpTic. Snakebite doing one better than that, landing the no-scope. Doesn't land the double or the triple as he gets taken down, and now FaZe Clan have an opportunity to regain that mid-map control.
Yeah, that's a scary moment for OpTic Gaming right there. Snakebite in the back base being able to kill that sniper player, but APG able to find the kill and prevent any further damage. And it's scary because if Lucid didn't win that opening sniper battle, you're going to see a pull right away for that FaZe roster, and it would have been a capture on the board. It really is so important winning those snipe battles. And Royal 2 still trying to creep his way forward with this sniper rifle. APG getting shoved down into the face of FaZe, and Royal 2, if he can hit the big shots, his team can push forward.
Now, one thing we got to point out here, Garrett, on Argyle is because of the most narrow, elongated form of this map, it's very difficult to score flags. not only one team wipe, not enough, 2 team wipes, sometimes not enough, sometimes even 3 team wipes needed. You really got to make sure you're playing those check marks, playing those checkpoints, dropping it at the 33% mark, maybe halfway, maybe right before, as Royal 2 drops APG. Will this be FaZe's opportunity with 3 down time after time for OpTic Gaming to finally pull this flag? Garrett, this is exactly why it's so hard to score here, because despite the slaying prowess, Formal still with 0 kills. Lucid, Trippy, breadsticking, but still, there we go. Just as I say that, FaZe putting in that first capture and now lead 1-0.
Now Royal 2's just been able to keep these guys away, and although he's not really stacking up the kill feed, just the presence of that sniper has done its damage. And it's hard, it's really hard to capture flags on this map, and OpTic are going to be struggling to push forward. They need to start finding an answer for the sniper presence of FaZe, and well, that answer is not coming anytime soon. Frosty finds another. The flag's out on its way to go down. OpTic Gaming might get 3. APG sees the respawn screen. It's all up to Lucid. He goes down. The respawners of FaZe will be able to pick up this flag. No one from OpTic in a surefire position. Frosty made the big plays to get that flag away. Renegade cleans up 2 with his own sniper, and it's looking like a shutout for FaZe.
And OpTic at this point has to fully hit that reset button, smash down on it. A 2-0 early lead, the likes of which we rarely see here on our few glimpses of Argyle CTF. Formal finally getting off the snide with that first kill. Trippy still on 1. I don't really worry too much about kill death ratio, but when it's so low or so high, you do have to point it out. This is an anomaly here. OpTic Gaming not looking like the OpTic Gaming we're used to seeing.
It's just tough. This is the it's not a problem. It's the symptom of 2 sniper maps. The second you give up your sniper to the opposing team, it's ruthless on how they can control your lanes, how they control the angles that you can be, especially when the 2 snipers are Renegade and Frosty, right? Renegade is that aggressive sniper trying to get forward, buying time for his teammates to push up, and Frosty lays in wait in the back, sniping anyone who gets too forward. Lucid finally takes down Renegade, but there's no one to follow up for OpTic Gaming. They're stuck in their base, and Royal 2 sees the next sniper spawn. He wanted to take down Trippy, and Renegade able to fly away with their sniper. Trippy gets OpTic's, but they have to find kills, and if they lose a sniper once again, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah, and you have to imagine if HCS hosted a show match between, let's say, the best 8 snipers in the league, Renegade and Frosty might be the 2 captains of those 2 teams, but here they're forming a potential dynasty on the same squad here, on that FaZe clan. As Lucid goes down, OpTic just unable to find the form. Lucid continuing to not really be able to figure out this FaZe clan roster just yet.
Yeah, APG tries to lurk into the back, but he's spotted out. Frosty gives the call out to Renegade, and Renegade cleans it right on up. Formal goes down, and Formal's having a rough time. Stuck in Olive Garden with his 10 deaths and only 1 kill. The breadstick is coming back to haunt OpTic Gaming. The slays just aren't there, and FaZe continues forward. APG able to get that sniper away for now, but Frosty desperately trying to make sure he can't go anywhere, and APG eventually taken down by a flying snake.
Yeah, it's looking like OpTic hasn't played Argyle much in scrims. I'm trying to figure out why they don't look like the usual OpTic Gaming we see here. FaZe clan putting on a clinic, and Garrett, it really does go back to the slays. The slaying prowess for FaZe clan is what opened up those lanes and opportunities to score those 2 flags. On OpTic Gaming side, it's simply not enough.
Snakebite giving all the information. Lucid and APG trying to work with each other to get out. And Formal, he's about to wrap the corner into another snipe shot. There's just nothing Formal can do. Every time he peeks a lane, it's just an instant death. And those things start to affect your mental. They start to make you think, what am I doing wrong? It's not as if Formal's making bad plays. It's just every time he's wrapped the corner, there's been a sniper waiting for him. He just can't get anything going. He has 1 kill. Everyone on FaZe has double digits.
Yeah, really highlighting the disparity between these 2 teams, and you have to hope this doesn't hold if you're OpTic Gaming. Now with that first time I can remember numbers advantage just like that, an even 2-2 split. However, OpTic does have the sniper in the hands of Formal camo in the suit of Trippy. Garrett, if they're going to come back, it's got to be right here. If they don't score, this is over.
There's nothing like some clean snipe shots to get your momentum back. Fortunately, he misses that one, and Renegade takes advantage, working with Frosty to take down Trippy in the back base, and Renegade goes up high. He wants to take these challenges, gets himself the grapple, looking to get some high ground. Formal goes down, sniper in the hands of FaZe once again. Lucid lurking in the back. He's able to get one, but Renegade cleans up his teammate in Trippy, and Lucid just needs some more help on the map. He's been constantly getting through and trying to take on these fights, and he's been successful, but there's just no follow-up to these slays that Lucid is getting.
And over these last 2 games, Garrett, Renegade, with enough sniper control in his hands, as if you set the settings in a bot boot camp lobby, right? One where you start with the battle rifle and the snipe to get warmed up. Renegade here heating up, 14-7, 2.0 KD. A lot of his teammates looking quite similar. So unbelievable when you think about that and how it's not an even further spread here as Lucid looking to potentially, we keep wondering, when can the comeback begin here? It could be right here with the triple from Lucid.
Yeah, look how fast he is getting into this base. Lucid has been doing it on his own so far, and he's going to keep doing it again. Running the flag, getting triple kills, hitting snipe shots, whatever is needed for this OpTic Gaming roster as he lives camo in his possession. Lucid has activated, and he's looking to keep forward, but Frosty eventually shuts him down, and this flag suddenly in danger of not going any further. And Royal 2 answers in the back base. 2 go down. Formal able to eventually stop it. But it was such a clean play from Lucid, and it had so much potential to change this game. But FaZe immediately respond, shut it back down, and take their rightful places at the mid-map.
And that's got to test the mental when you're Lucid, making a wild, unbelievable play. Perfect accuracy, no aim assist to grab that camo with the grapple. Instead, the push was too strong from FaZe Clan. Lucid with a sniper back in his hands. Doesn't need camo. He just needs that sniper rifle. As we see him put it to good work, landing the no-scope. Numbers advantage again for OpTic 2. In addition, Lucid looking to push up here into this base. That's a really close range encounter here with that sniper rifle. Lucid maybe going to look for a little no-scope action here. Doesn't land it. And now it's numbers favor back in favor of FaZe Clan. OpTic just not able to put one together. I don't even know if they pulled a flag this game.
They got one. And well, so far it's just Formal's there for the help. It's just the timing isn't quite there. Lucid fell just a bit too early, and the collapse isn't in. Now there's 3 players underneath Frosty. They have both vents. All right, this is going to be our camouflage.
Frosty with 3 members to... Ooh.
Frosty's trying to get away. I don't think there's anywhere you can go. Lucid, oh no, Lucid doesn't go for the challenge. The flag's out for OpTic Gaming, and Lucid finds Frosty eventually. His flag needs to go home. Only 2 minutes left on this clock, Mikowski, and well, OpTic Gaming running out of opportunity.
You got to take down Royal 2. He is going to be a thorn in the side. He's going to stay here at the vents for as long. He might stay here for the entirety of the 2 minutes unless someone can take him down. Formal answering the call. Taking down Royal 2. Taking down Camo as well. The double as well. 3 down for FaZe Clan. Snakebite should be 4. And OpTic Gaming.
Oh, no.
Formal unable to win that one. And it may not have led to a flag score, but it would have been really close. That flag almost in for OpTic Gaming. Felt like Formal could have guaranteed it. Now he's on the respawn. Now he can help at his base, so maybe there's some benefit there.
Oh, Snakebite has the sniper, though.
Snakebite has the sniper.
Snakebite's looking at that flag. APG's gonna go. APG gets the capture, but all goes down. Snakebite won that massive fight against Formal while Formal had camouflage. If Formal wins that, we're looking at OpTic Gaming being set up for another run. Instead, 60 seconds on the clock. You got to make something happen, and Snakebite's lurking up high with his sniper rifle. He finds one, and now they're down numbers, and Frosty looking to put some pressure on APG on the other side. There's just no room for them to move. Formal needs to hit the shot. The shot can't connect. Snakebite goes down for the ammo. Trippy eventually finds the kill. Flag out for Royal 2. If they capture this one, it's over.
That's bait. Royal 2 with the as the last player alive, pulling that flag out. Just trying to pull some attention back from OpTic. Doing a great job of that as Trippy goes down. And Garrett, yeah, it wasn't a question of whether or not OpTic was going to score that flag to make it a 2-1 game. It was more about the time that they were going to have left. Lucid, with 25 seconds on the clock, has a flag out. And desperation hope here for OpTic.
Well, Lucid's flying. I think this flag, it's on target. It's going to go in if no one from FaZe can get there in time. And Formal's starting to finally heat up a little bit as he's been able to secure the lane, and it's captured. OpTic Gaming with 2 minutes left on the clock. They make the comeback a reality. Frosty might be able to pull out. I think he's going to think better of it. We're going to overtime. And Lucid, I really feel like Lucid has just willed his team back into this game.
Yeah, he was looking like Sparty there earlier with the aggressiveness, the grapple out, looking to do everything he could. Get the slays, grab the flag, everything, literally everything OpTic needs. Lucid was able to execute on. That's exactly why we're here in a sudden death overtime. And it's especially incredible to think about, Garrett, when you look at OpTic, they had 1 kill for almost all 4 of their members at the start of that game. Maybe FaZe Clan not efficient enough. Once again, you have to imagine if they were, they could have won that game 4-2.
Remember, Formal started this game 2-14. He's 13-19 now. That means he's had a 2-to-1 kill ratio since he started to rev his engine back up. If Formal can keep that momentum going, it's giving OpTic Gaming the slaying power they need to push forward. But Royal 2 has the snipe, and this is the dangerous thing about FaZe. All of the players on this roster are very proficient with this weapon. But Lucid shuts it down. The sticky comes in, and suddenly things are getting a little shaky for FaZe at home.
Yeah, now it's OpTic Gaming with 2 snipers in their control. OpTic Formal with the double kill. Now pushing into that FaZe base. Has Renegade as the only line of defense between him and a flagpole, but it's his buddy Lucid taking him down instead. This is huge. The base is cleared for OpTic. FaZe Clan go all 4 down, and now OpTic has a flag out, but a huge stop there, taking down APG and likely returning that flag.
Yeah, APG not able to keep that flag going. If he got just a little bit further, we'd be seeing a flag cap for OpTic. Formal knows there's a player waiting around that corner, and now suddenly FaZe, they hadn't been in this position all game, and now it's OpTic who's dominating the map control, who's dominating the power-ups, who's dominating the slays. And FaZe, they're trying to get out, but it's just kill after kill. Lucid leads the charge, 25 kills for his team, getting them in flag position, and Formal's just starting to heat up. He's hitting shot after shot. Camo coming up. If Formal can win this fight and get the camouflage, his team is going to capture this flag.
Oh, Lucid, last player alive, but he wins that piv. Not necessarily a piv, but he takes down Frosty, and it's pivotal in the sense that it maintains camo in control of OpTic Gaming. Snakebite taking a pop shot there. It looks like Renegade taking the pop shot there, not able to spot Lucid as he has full repulsor to work with and camo. And like you said, Garrett, just as FaZe looked strong here in the opening of the regular time, overtime, looking good for OpTic.
I love how quick Lucid has been to get into this back base. He knows his opportunity's there, but Renegade sees Casper and he shuts him down. Trippy finds the response at top mid, but taking down Lucid was priority number 1, and Renegade got the job done. Call Ghostbusters, because Renegade's finding them. Oh my God, what a shutdown from Renegade.
OpTic needing those 2 flags to stay alive in this game. Now needing a score here in overtime to stay alive in this series. Trippy with that power weapon in his hand. Just barely turns away right as that player sneaks through, but it's not going to matter. Frosty goes down. It's a killing spree for Trippy. 3 going down. Snakebite. Another kill as the last player alive. Garrett, the only reason OpTic hasn't already put 2 here in overtime is because there's been 2 huge plays from the members of FaZe Clan when they're the last hope.
Yeah, Snakebite made a really critical play right there by not going for that sniper rifle, having the discipline to stand still. Yeah, you give Trippy the extra ammo, but if you would have died to Trippy there, the floodgates are open and OpTic pushes forward, but OpTic doesn't care. They get him 4 down. This is crucial for FaZe. What can Royal 2 do off the spawn? Royal 2 can only see the respawn screen, but his duo has the answer. Snakebite lays in the bush and is able to get his fangs in the player at flag. And now it's just 60 seconds on the clock. OpTic have a dominating position, but they have to find the slays. APG gets the first. This flag looking more and more likely to come out. It's him and Trippy working together, a sniper and a flag runner. Is this enough?
And we're going to see a flag pull out. This is bait. This is just to draw some of that attention away from Trippy, but the effort is not going to materialize as Trippy goes down. Royal 2 on the other side of that OpTic base. That's a huge win in OpTic's base on Lucid. If he takes down Formal here, no. But the assist goes down, so 3 go down for OpTic now. FaZe Clan with the numbers we saw from OpTic. All 4 down. FaZe Clan with a chance to end this series.
Frosty was one shot. He didn't care. He hit the shot anyway. They're all above him, and Frosty's waiting 15 seconds so they can get the kills at the right time. This flag is still very much in play, and with 2 snipers banging on the door, there's 1 shot to the body. 5 seconds to go. The flag is out. We're guaranteed in overtime for just a bit longer, but it's up to Renegade to hit the shot on APG. No, he misses, but the follow-up is there. OpTic Gaming are seeing the respawn screen, but it's Lucid. He gets the kill. The follow-up. Frosty trying to get this flag away. It's Formal. The redemption arc is needed. He has to find the kill. He can't do it. Trippy's on the overextend, but is there enough time? He's getting pinged out. FaZe are winning the back base. Renegade's on the hunt. He's looking for the stragglers. Frosty hits the shot. Frosty hits it again. APG is one. Snakebite's waiting at the door. Snakebite sliding it in. Snakebite secures it. FaZe have won it. The last second pull to capture 3-2. FaZe knock OpTic to the losers bracket.
Wow. If that's what Argyle CTF is going to look like, Garrett, I don't know. Maybe we love this map because that looked like a great game. Plenty of action, plenty of flag scores. But in the end, it's FaZe Clan maintaining the dominance we've seen here all throughout the offseason, starting to finalize and form here in these HCS online qualifiers. FaZe looking to take the #1 spot.
And it's phenomenal, the play that FaZe did. It was methodical, the way they set up this flag grab. And now OpTic have to get the kills, but they're on cycle. They're never quite 4 up at the same time, right? Once they all get up, another player falls, right? Trippy's made weak. He just can't quite stay alive with this pressure. Finally, the snipers connect across the map, and they just can't get the numbers. APG is able to get the kill, but Frosty hit the shot, and eventually the follow-ups are there. Oh my God, what a performance from both of these teams, right? The resiliency of OpTic towards the end of that game was impressive, but FaZe looked dominant for 80% of this game, and it was the 2 snipers that came forward, right? There's 7 seconds on the clock. Frosty has no intention of pulling that flag. He's leaving it for his teammates. Renegade's on the other side with another sniper, and look at all of OpTic Gaming trapped towards snipe side. Royal 2 and Frosty are knocking on the door. Renegade says, okay, I need to make the play. There's only 1 player for me to worry about. It's APG. He misses the first shot, which is brutal. This is an opportunity for APG to win, but it's the BR of Renegade that shoots first, and that wins them the game. It's a 1-on-1 that wins them the game. Yeah, he doesn't live, but if he loses that fight to APG, the return comes in, and we are going to a reset. Impressive plays from Renegade and Frosty all game with those sniper rifles.
Yeah, and some of those checkpoints being earned by FaZe Clan there. You can see him stopping it, not necessarily by strategy or choice as Renegade goes down, but this was by choice. The patience at the end, waiting until they had the slays. Even though they knew they could G-slide and maybe risk landing into the flag capture spot and gaining the lead, gaining the win here, they waited. They played patience. They waited till that final checkpoint, got all 4 down for OpTic, scored that 3rd flag, and now find themselves in the grand finals. Most importantly, Garrett, from the winner side now.
Lucid needs some help. The man went off. I mean, those 2 flag caps, it was basically him willing his team forward with those 2 flag caps at the end of the game. He had 8,400 kills. OpTic Gaming, they started showing up towards the end, but if they would have been playing at that level throughout most of that game, I think that's a win for OpTic Gaming. The way that last 2 minutes was so impressive for them to put those back-to-back flags up, and oh my God, I'm so impressed with what OpTic was able to do in those last 2 minutes, but how FaZe played that entire game is just impressive, and everything you could